What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Jalen Wilson back on the episode of Illini Fan Rants. Illinois just beat the Indiana Hoosiers 75-71 in a close battle. It went to overtime. Illinois could have won in regulation. Poor late game execution. Well, I don't want to say poor late game execution, poor last play execution. Um, yeah, but Illinois won 75-71. Overtime thriller, I guess you can say. I always say Oklahoma. Indiana plays Illinois close. Sorry for misnaming the team, but yeah, Indiana always plays Illinois close. I don't know why. It just happens. This is the game where Illinois played good, actually, at least on a defensive end. Yeah, Indiana scored 71 points. It might not look like Illinois played great on the defensive end, but late in the game, after Ayo DeSumo fouled out, even a little bit before Ayo DeSumo fouled out, in the second half, Illinois played great defense, especially Andre Corbello. Shout out to him; he played a well game. I don't know how many points he had, but shoot, it seemed like even though he didn't have probably more than 6 points, it seemed like he created lots of plays. He played great defense. He he what else did he do? Oh, he played great defense. That's all I gotta say about him. Now with this win, it was a good win. You had guys like Trent Frazier step up. Trent had, I want to say he had, at the end of regulation he had 24 points or 26 points. I believe to end the game, he had 30 points. He played a great game, if you ask me. If you ask anybody that watched the game, he played a great game. He played good on defense. He hit some big threes. He was a much needed scoring. He was a much needed scoring threat today, or not today, yesterday. Um, it was for him. It was a great game, if you ask me. Now against Iowa, he had a great game, but before all those games, it's like on the offensive end, he really gave you nothing for real. He might have made one or two threes, but other than that, he wasn't really going to hit the threes consistently as he used to. But I think the Iowa game helped him clearly. Uh, it clearly seemed like he's. I mean, I don't want to say hitting his stride, but he's gaining momentum. He carried that momentum from the Iowa game into the Indiana game, which is good. It seemed like he got a lot of confidence in his shot now. Like you saw him taking a couple threes that he maybe shouldn't have took, if you ask me. But hey, it is what it is. As long as he was hitting his shots, shoot, I love it. Now you had a game where Kofi, who he wasn't really, I ain't gonna say as effective. Maybe as in is he really wasn't as effective on offense as I would have liked, at least in the first and basically throughout the whole second half until the end. But this is a game where it took him a long time to get going, and yeah, I want to say at the end of the second half and overtime, that's when he really started to be like, "Man, these dudes can't hold me. Like, I got the size advantage. Like, just like, give me the ball in the post. Let me go to work. They can't out rebound me. Let me go to work." Now, man, now Kofi, I like that because Iowa he struggled against. He only had what 6 points against Iowa, if that. I don't really remember. He struggled against Lugarza. And he kind of played good defense, especially on a pick and roll or pick and pop, as you know, when Trace Jackson Davis would pop out for a three. He played good defense. This was clearly probably one of his best defensive games, even though I don't know if he recorded any blocks, but if he did, I mean, if he didn't, it doesn't matter because he played defense on perimeter well, which is surprising because usually he used to get beat on a lot on the perimeter. Uh, man, but it was just a good game for him defensively. He got going late, but it is what it is. I mean, he dominated. He saw that he could dominate. He needs to think more that way because I know he has it in him to be like, man, I got the size advantage. Let me go ahead and use that to my advantage. He can do that. I don't know if he thinks that way every game, but some games it's just like it takes him a while to understand that. He should understand that every game because he does have the size advantage mostly every game. Now, other guys like Ayo DeSumo, He didn't. I ain't gonna say he played tremendous. He played okay. He played half and half. He had 6 fouls. He fouled out late in the second half. I believe it was like 2:40 left to go. He got a charge call. That sucked. I know he was kind of devastated after that because Illinois it was tied 68-68. But yeah, I was like, man, he just can't get it going sometimes. Like he was missing not open layups, but he was missing layups that he was making last game and games before that one. I'm just like, man, he is struggling today. He wasn't making the shots he used to make. I'm like, man, he's struggling today. So shout out to Trent Frazier for picking his slack up. But man, I would assume he ain't gonna have he ain't gonna have games like that too often. But it was good to see him have a game like that, and for others to notice that they gotta pick up the slack and score and do other things productively, like penetrate the defense and play good defense. But it was good to see his teammates step up for him. Uh, Io, if you listening, you watching, you're not gonna every game not gonna happen like that. You're gonna have a bounce back game. I believe we have Wisconsin next, ranked 14. Uh, but I mean, you could bounce back versus Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Badgers. Man, you had Georgia Bashan's Vidley, who was basically a non-factor out there. For as good as he's been the whole season, these past two games, he has sucked. I ain't gonna lie, he has sucked. But it is what it is. We didn't need him much. Going forward, we're gonna need him because might be he might be our best post scorer. At least he has the nice touch like, as a post scorer, and I like that. But yeah, these past two games he struggled, especially against Indiana, Iowa. Bad. Every time he touches the ball, I don't know why he thinks he just has to shoot it. It gets annoying. You had Jacob Grandison today didn't who didn't score as many points as some people would like, but he does stuff that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. He brings the grittiness that people like. I love it. I thought he should have been starting. Shout out to Brad Underwood, who I believe he he started him 2 games ago, a game ago against Iowa. I don't remember, but yeah, he brought a lot of stuff that didn't show up in the stat sheet. I love that. I love that. I ain't gonna lie. We got Demonte Williams, who he wasn't much of a factor today, but he played good defense. I mean, not a factor on offense, sorry, but he played good defense, and I love that. Shoot, Illinois needs to get better at defense, and it has shown these past couple days that when Illinois locks in, they can be one of the best defensive teams in the nation. Like that whole second half, Illinois kind of just locked in on defense. The rest were terrible though, so they kind of bailed Indiana out. Indiana, not Indiana, but the whole game had, I believe, 54 total foul calls. Yes, 54 total foul calls that whole game. Man, I'm like, bro, these Big Ten refs don't know how to ref. Like, I don't know. These Big Ten refs need to know that when the player's driving to the basket, it's going to be a little bit of contact. I'm sorry, it's just going to be a little bit of contact. I can't just, if I'm a defender, I can't just allow him to get to the basket for free. My job is to guard that dude and try to not let him get to the basket. But but yeah, the one thing I didn't like from this Illinois team is that they didn't come out with the urgency to step on Indiana's neck. They kind of came out with the urgency to beat and the intensity to beat Iowa last game. They didn't come out with that intensity today. It took them a while to be like, man, we gotta wake up, we gotta beat Indiana. It shouldn't do that. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. Like they should have that intensity when they come out during every game. That's what makes a good team a good team. That's what makes a Final Four contender a Final Four contender. When they come out with that intensity of every game, and you gotta play it like it's our last. Like the big, like you can't do that in the Big Ten tournament. You can't do that in the March Madness because one and done over there. Nah. So yeah, I would like to see them come out with more intensity, especially because we play Wisconsin next game, and then after that we play Michigan. So them are two ranked teams. Even though Michigan had a 2-week bye basically because their athletic facilities closed down for 2 weeks, but still they need to come out that intensity next game against Wisconsin. We will love to see that. That is very much needed. Um, But good win for Illinois. I would like it to be a better game, but it is what it is. A win is a win, and at the end of the day, uh, Illinois played Wisconsin. I don't know when, but I know they play Wisconsin. Should be an exciting game. Actually, I think they play on Saturday. Should be an exciting game. I can't wait to watch it, especially because Illinois needs to win that game, if you ask me. But great win nonetheless for Illinois, beating Indiana. Uh, my name's Jalen Wilson. With Reelonesproductions, and I'm out. Peace.